since gâteau means cakes, it's very imperative that we make every cake the same every time. If you order a cake 6 months ago, and I'm going to be assembling this marbled cake with raspberry and white chocolate mousse, it's a really popular item that we have out front, then you will get the same cake today that you ordered that's 6 months ago. So it's very important that we be consistent. This is a simple syrup. It's very valuable in the bakery business. Our cakes are all scratch. We don't use anything from a box. Box cakes tend to be a little more porous, a little more moist, if you will. Our scratch cakes, I think, are finer, but it's real important that you have a little soaking syrup, and that will make a big difference in the taste of your cakes. Here we have a raspberry jam, which is a filling, and I like to do a couple at a time. Saves time. And this kind of helps me to be consistent as well with the amount of jam I'm putting in each. All of our cakes, round cakes, are 4 layers of cake and 3 layers of filling. They all are consistently 4 to 4.5 inches tall. That makes for a nice look out front in the case, and it's just a nice tall cake. You want to make sure that you have a good ratio of cake to filling. All of our mousses are from scratch as well. We don't use any mixes. I worked at a hotel years ago, and the white chocolate mousse we made was from a powder, and I thought that was the weirdest thing. This mousse is not the most stable material. It's hard to determine what happens with the cake after it leaves the shop, so we do a nice little thin piping of buttercream on the outside of that mousse, and that ensures that once that buttercream's cold, it's going to travel fairly solidly with the customer, because we really can't track that once it leaves the bakery. We always suggest that our customers drive directly home after picking up the cake. You just never know with temperatures what their car is going to be like, so we suggest they get it right home, get it in the fridge. Another thing that we have found is very important with our cakes, and I think any scratch cakes, especially using buttercream, is to allow the cakes to sit out to get to room temperature. Complaints that we've had is the cake's dry, and we'll ask the folks if they've left the cakes out for 2 or 3 hours room temperature, and the answer is no. When a cake is cold, it's not real moist, so we suggest 2 to 3 hours. Even a cake this size is fine. The longer it sits out, the closer to room temperature it is, the better it's going to taste. So here we have my iced product. You'll see with the consistency issue, we've actually someone else filled this and iced it, but mine is exactly the same height. It'll be the same. Now this is ready to decorate, and this is it's a really popular item. It's a marbled cake with raspberry white chocolate mousse filling and a marbled ganache. So what we do with this particular item out in our case is to cover this with a white chocolate ganache, set it aside, let it set up a little bit, and then drizzle some dark chocolate ganache to create a marbled effect. We'll also garnish that with fresh raspberries, and we like to complement it with a little red sugar. It brings a little bit of pop, and it's something that in terms of consistency, that's what our customers like.